Hey everybody, thanks for coming to my channel. I'm Elias and I have this channel called Truth Remains because my goal is to uncover the truth about things that aren't making sense. And there's a lot of things that aren't making sense in the world. I'm sure you know that. So here is a topic that I want to cover. And this has to do with the fires that we had in California. Not just Paradise, California, but last year we had the Santa Rosa fires. There's some fires happening in Thousand Oaks. And some things aren't just they're just not right. So I wanted to cover a couple of things just to kind of get everybody thinking about what we know to be true. So what I'd like to do is show you first. Oh, by the way, this video is inspired by In Truth by Grace. I've been following her for about a year. She does great research. She did several videos about the fires and some things that don't make sense and has a lot of questions. And I'm going to provide links to those videos so you can check them out yourselves. But this is inspired by that. She said a couple of things about, temperatures and burning, and I wanted to expand on that. And I just put this together in a way I understand, and I thought maybe this could help some other people. So before we get going into the specifics, I want to show some images of what house fires look like when they burn to the ground. So as you can see, I went to Google, I typed house fire rubble, so that way we could see the aftermath. And here we have several photographs. Got some firemen here. You see some of the wall and the char, the planks, and miscellaneous stuff. Here you have a good chunk of the house. You can't even see through it, but it is clearly burnt and uninhabitable. Here's another one where you see all kinds of crap. Like if I zoomed in, like that looks like, what is that, a couch? I'm not sure. There's stuff. There's all kinds of stuff. And in this last fire photograph, you see the windows, you see the frames, the framing for the house, the window frame, and all the stuff. Okay, so a house fire will burn at a temperature, and again, I went to Google. I used Google term search temperature for house fire, and according to Google or nifast.org, whatever that is, I'll check into that later. A normal house fire burns about 1100 degrees Fahrenheit, give or take. And I guess it depends on what kind of chemicals you have in your house, solvents, cleaning agents, fabrics, what's happening with the weather outside. I'm sure that that could vary some degrees, but this is the average range. And what I also wanted to show you was this little spreadsheet that I made. Now, all of these have links, and I'm going to post this down below, along with In Truth by Grace's links to her videos. So I put this spreadsheet together because I wanted to know what temperature will melt glass. So here's my element, glass, and here is the Celsius temperature rate and the Fahrenheit rate. So you can see that glass will melt at 2600 degrees. So that's pretty high, much higher than a normal house fire. Porcelain, as in your toilet bowl. What else is porcelain? Probably your china. It's going to melt or disintegrate at 3000 degrees. Granite, like your countertops, maybe your floor, maybe, your shower, 22 to 2300 degrees. And I have other miscellaneous metals here that you can see: brass, copper, gold. Iron burns hotter. Iron burns at 2700 degrees to 2900 degrees. Platinum, your jewelry, whatever fine furnishings you may have in your house, over 3000 degrees. Steel, stainless steel, 3000 degrees. So if you think about your stove, appliances that have stainless steel, made of stainless steel, your refrigerator, we're looking at 3000 degrees. Aluminum is a little on the low side. It's 1200 degrees roughly. So if you have Reynolds foil in your house, it may or may not survive the 1100 degree Fahrenheit. So, and I will put all these links so you can check them out. You can also, do your own research and find your own sources to kind of confirm and see what the temperatures are to make these things burn or disintegrate or melt. Now, I also want to show you guys some photos that I took. These are screenshots that I took from my video when I drove up to Paradise, California. I don't live very far away. And I did stop around and take other pictures, but I wanted to show you these because these were kind of on the move. And I wanted to especially show you this house is standing. They're labeling this a forest fire. The forest is still there. The house is still there. But this house, this used to be a house. This was a driveway. This column, I'm thinking it might be a fireplace, but I don't see any appliances that are made of stainless steel that burn at 3,000 degrees. I don't see a toilet bowl, nothing. And in case you're wondering, well, you're not really on the property. We can't see in depth. I did stop and walk around someone's property. I don't know if that's breaking and entering, but I didn't break anything. I just kind of entered, but I didn't really enter anything. I just kind of walked in this open space. And this is what I saw. There's this weird little chair thingy. I don't know how that survived. Or someone put it there after the fact. Granted, when I went, it was about a month afterwards. This used to be a fireplace, and I'm assuming this is the ground or the floor of someone's house. And this is everything under the house, maybe the foundation, the cornerstone. But look at this stuff. Like it's disintegrated. Now, I'm sure you know where I'm going with this. If a house fire burns at 1100 degrees, you normally see this. This is not what we're seeing here. This is not what we've seen in the Tubbs fire, in the car fire, in the campfire. By the way, the camp it wasn't started by a campfire. There's a city called Campfire because it's a whole wooded camping area. Uh, Paradise, the surrounding areas. Last year, Santa Rosa, as you know, Napa. My mom was there. We had to evacuate her, that kind of thing. We had to make sure she was okay, but she was. But the other areas of Napa were on fire. And this was the aftermath. So I would like to pose to you that this is not a normal house fire that burns at 1100 degrees. Something else, some other source than a normal open air fire caused all of this devastation to happen. Um, a lot of people say, fires get caused and, the embers travel and that could set something on fire. Great. I get it. We're going to see this. We're going to see all this stuff, but we don't. So I want to challenge everyone and I want to challenge what you know and look at the world around us and science. This is what a normal house fire looks like. This is what it should look like. When we don't see this, something else is afoot. It it could be a weapon of some. I think it's a weapon of some kind. I don't know the why someone would want to do it. I have a couple of ideas, but I just want to show you guys that this is not normal. You shouldn't treat like it's normal. And you really, if the news media that you listen to and follow are telling you this is normal, you need to question them. Write in and tell them to get their heads out of their butts or whatever it is that you feel compelled to do. But this isn't normal. And when our news medias are telling us this, we need to second guess them. And we need to find out and get answers. Now, I've done, a couple of little, uh, I looked on the internet to kind of see what Iraq looked like whenever, whenever we were like bombing them and stuff. And things looked similar to what we're seeing here with these fires. So the why, we still have to find out. It could be Agenda 21. It could be a subversive, sneaky way to achieve their goals. It's hard to find out what those exact goals are and who the players are because they remain hidden. There are not a lot of thieves and criminals that are out announcing stuff. But I just wanted to get everyone thinking. Um, all of these people lost their homes. These are people like you and me. So we need to come together. We need to support each other. We need to help them get jobs. Their jobs are gone. The companies that they worked at are gone. Their homes are gone. Um, but more, but in addition to helping those around us, there's something bigger afoot, and we need to open our eyes and we need to start thinking about ways we can take action so that this doesn't happen. Because if we don't, it might happen to you, and that would suck. So this is Elias with the Truth Remains channel. If you have some comments, I welcome them. Please make your comments educational for me. If I'm off base, if I'm off somewhere, give me evidence. Just don't type saying something like, you know what, you're full of crap. Tell me why I'm full of crap. Tell me with science. Give me some links, give me some stuff so I can educate myself and learn. And if you're kind of in agreement or this is questionable, let's talk. Let's create a dialogue with each other and ask questions. Not just me, but the people around you. Let's challenge what we think and what we know to be true. And let's find out what's really true, what is really happening. So, with that, God bless you. And until next video, this is Elias.